Good evening, everybody, and welcome back. Welcome back to the channel. It's Maddie, and I'm glad to see you all again. I know it's been a quick minute since we've last uploaded, but we had a big holiday, and I took a break. I wanted to spend some time with family, and that is exactly what I did. My mom flew down here for the 4th of July holiday, and then there's several days afterwards, and we just had a great time. Went and saw Despicable Me 4, which is outstanding. I recommend it to anybody that loves the Despicable Me or Minions franchises. We did some resort hopping. We went and watched the 4th of July fireworks at Magic Kingdom. Just had ourselves a great time. So for all of you watching this, I hope you had a fantastic 4th of July holiday. If you had to work, I hope it was a safe one. And I know anybody in emergency services, if you work over the 4th or any of the holidays, it can get kind of rough. It's never fun working those holidays, but you know, it's something that we all know we sign up for when we take on these careers. So if you work, thank you all very much. It's much appreciated. So again, welcome back. I've got not a too terribly long vlog for you tonight. Tomorrow I got something special, though. We're going all over tomorrow. But tonight, Thursday, July, what is tonight, the 11th? Something like that. I can't believe that. It's Thursday, July the 11th already. I mean, it just seemed like the 4th was yesterday. But just got something to talk about a little bit tonight. And I wanted to get this message out for anybody that may be traveling to Orlando the next month and a half, 2 months. Okay? Especially if you're doing the theme parks. And that is, there's a lot of illness cycling around right now. A lot. You know, I find it odd that the summer season, especially July, it's 105 degrees out every day, 90+% humidity, it's hot as all get out, and yet we've got respiratory viruses circling around like crazy. I mean, it makes zero sense. I even had a doctor say that not long ago. He goes, I don't understand this. He goes, vitamin D is at its highest right now. It's the middle of summer, and yet this is the 4th year in a row now we're cycling a respiratory virus around everybody. Makes zero sense. Zero sense. But this is the world we live in now. So, my tips to you, or my advice to you, and this isn't Matt the theme park guy talking, this is Matt the paramedic firefighter talking to you all. If you or anybody in your party falls ill before your trip, please postpone your trip. And I'm not saying that because you're going to infect everybody. That's not the reason I'm asking you to postpone your trip. It's because if you're sick at home, you're going to be sick on vacation. And the problem is if you get worse while on vacation, now you're going to wind up in the hospital. And then if you come to my place, then I will see you. I don't want to see you like that. I want to see you in the theme parks when I'm out filming. I'd rather see you there. But so many people now are traveling sick. They're leaving home, not feeling good, and they think, oh, it's going to be fantastic. I'm going to go on vacation and be all better. And it gets worse, okay? One of the things I think that makes it worse is so many people come from up north, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, New York, Michigan, Wisconsin, Minnesota, all the northern states, Indiana, Ohio. It goes on and on and on. You guys, I'm sorry, but you're not used to this weather down here. You're just not. Your bodies aren't used to it, and unless you live here and experience the summer down here, nothing can prepare you. So if you're already not feeling the greatest, and you get down here, and you hit that 100+ degree heat and humidity, and then you're in and out of air conditioning all day, yeah, that's going to kick your body's ass back to the Stone Age. I don't care what you all say. It's not good for you. It's just not. It took me forever to get used to this down here. It took me about 2.5 years, because in the summer that's what happens. You're in and out of air conditioning, and it's not just like mild air conditioning. It's ice cold air conditioning, right? So if you already got viral symptoms going on, it's like pouring gasoline on a fire. And it just frustrates me when people come down and then we see them in the emergency room, and then the question I always ask is, how were you feeling before leaving home? And almost everybody says, oh, I wasn't feeling good before leaving home. I've told you this once, I've told you a million times. Everybody, if you're sick at home, you will be sick on vacation. Much better to be sick at home in the comfort of your own home or apartment, comfort of your own bed or couch or wherever you like to relax at. Much better there than in some hotel room somewhere, even though they are luxurious around here. But it's not the same. It sucks being sick in a hotel room. I've been there long ago. I ended up with a bad migraine on one of my Charleston trips down here. It sucks, man, when you're in a foreign place and you don't feel good. It's not fun. Granted, thank goodness I recovered later on in the day, but that first half of the day was awful. And so it's much better if you don't feel good to be in your own home. So please. And honestly, they're so much better now about rescheduling trips. It's a lot easier than it was prior to 2020 because, it's just, let's face it, this stuff is, a part of our lives now. This is how it's going to be. I have a feeling for the next several decades at least, we're going to see summer viral surges like this down here. Orlando, if you are coming to Orlando in July, that is now our main viral season. It makes absolutely no sense. I can't explain it. Not a lot of other people can explain it, but that's just how it is now. And it's not only viral in like stuffy noses, sore throats, And when I say viral symptoms, I'm talking about sore throats, bad sore throats, severe congestion, stuffy noses, headaches, nausea, vomiting. The other side of this thing, okay, the other half of this is there's also a norovirus type thing going around now where people are literally crapping themselves and then puking their guts out. And I don't want to sound disgusting or go over the top, but that's literally what's happening, okay? People are checking into the emergency rooms all over Central Florida, all around the theme parks for either A, they got symptoms of the flu, a sore throat, or COVID-19, SARS coronavirus 2, or they are literally puking and crapping themselves. And it's just, there's a lot of stuff circling right now. That the puking and everything running out of your backside, they think is a form of norovirus that worked its way from the cruise ships over in Port Canaveral over here to the resorts. A lot of people love to go on these fantastic cruises, and then they love to go spend a week or so in the theme parks. How people afford this, I have no idea, but that's a whole nother discussion. But a lot of them go right from the cruise lines straight to the theme parks, and they drag all of those cruise ship cooties with them, and then they spread it around here. And so we've got tons of people running to the emergency rooms with upset stomachs, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, all that good stuff. And the thing is everybody's running to the ER with this stuff. And some of you might even be asking, like, well, why would people go to the emergency room with that? Just wait till you get better. I've asked the same question. I guess in this day and age, everybody has to have an answer for everything. Nobody just can be sick anymore. They have to know why for everything. Why is my nose stuffy? Why does my throat hurt? Why does my head hurt? Why am I throwing up? Why am I... It's like everybody has to have an explanation. And sometimes there is none. It's just you got a virus, you're sick. And yes, you will get over it. But everybody wants the quick fix now. There's a pill. There's got to be a pill. And I'm a firm believer that people think that in the emergency room we're harboring these special pills that we only give out to the lucky few every now and then, that you take it and within 30 seconds you're good as new again. Well, I'm sorry to disappoint everybody. That doesn't exist. Okay. On the other side of things, we've had a lot of people from up north. They've come into the emergency rooms with SARS coronavirus 2 or COVID-19 symptoms or flu or whatever, and they're requesting Paxlovid or Tamiflu. And I will tell you, in the state of Florida, a lot of doctors are shying away from those two medications because they have shown to cause way more problems than they have shown to have any benefits. Tamiflu, I think, is going to be gone in the next year or two. Tamiflu is giving people all kinds of bad reactions in the form of nausea, vomiting, really, really bad GI symptoms. And they've even said that if it does work, it might make a difference of about 8 hours between when you feel better. Like, basically, the person that didn't take it and the person that did take it, there might be an 8-hour difference between when both people started feeling better. That isn't even worth it to me. I don't think that's worth it to anybody. It's not worth all the side effects. Paxlovid's a whole nother thing. That stuff interacts with about 425 different medications, of which some of the most severe are heart medications. So if you are a heart patient of any kind and you're on any heart medicines, you stay that H away from. You need to stay the HELL away from Paxlovid. Honestly, you should stay away from it, period. So that's just my opinion on that. But anyway, I just wanted to throw this out there to try to help you all, because I'm honestly, everybody's flooding the emergency rooms now, and it's creating a serious burden on the hospital system. Lately, Celebration Hospital, which is one of our main facilities, has been full, and I mean full, like 130% capacity, 110 to 130% capacity. 4.5, 5 hour waits in the waiting room sometimes. And the one I work at, even while the waits haven't been that bad, we're getting flooded with people with sore throats, runny noses, diarrhea, nausea, vomiting, that kind of stuff. And it's putting a huge burden on the hospitals, because while we're always there to help people, there's not much we can do other than IV and medicine to make you feel better. And that's even subjective, if that even works. Now, for those of you that, if you wind up with the nausea, vomiting, diarrhea stuff, that stuff's going to go away in its own time. There's nothing you can do to speed that up. In fact, if you really want to assist it in moving on, is you need to be drinking tons of water, meaning your body weight in ounces of water every day. And you need to be eating something like saltine crackers and ginger ale, ginger beer, ginger juice, something with ginger in it, because you need to absorb the toxin. It's got to get out of your system. You have to do that. And people, the biggest mistake they make when they get one of these GI viruses is that, when I say GI, I mean stomach viruses, is they stop eating and they stop drinking because they don't want to throw up. Well, that's the worst thing you can do, because now you're going to delay the inevitable. Your body needs fuel as a pump primer to feel better, and then you throw it up again, and then you eat and drink again, and then the body uses that to absorb more of the toxin, and then you throw up again, and back and forth it goes until you finally get rid of everything, and then you feel better. The key is please don't stop eating and drinking. I know eating is the last thing you want to do, and I'm sure drinking is too. And I say drinking, I mean fluids like water, not alcohol. But please keep your nutrition up. You cannot stop eating and drinking. That will make things worse. That will actually dehydrate you. And no, you're not going to get dehydrated from throwing up 3 or 4 times. Everybody seems to think that they're dehydrated. Dehydration takes days and days and days of this. In fact, you'll know people are getting dehydrated because their eyes will start getting sunken in. They'll start getting dark circles, and their skin will start getting cracked. I mean, that's late stages. Like, you're not going to get dehydrated from a day of throwing up and diarrhea. It's just not going to happen that way. It doesn't happen that way. So, and again, even with that, there's not much medicine. Basically, the standard treatment is IV therapy. Lots of fluids. We'll give, medicine like Zofran to ease the vomiting, but we don't want to ease it for too long, because that's the only way you're going to get better, is if you keep throwing it up. Now, the one thing you want to watch out for, okay, you want to make sure you don't have any abdominal pains over the belly button or to the right side, even the left side. If you have severe pain across the belly button area, you obviously don't want to take chances with that, because we have seen a lot of appendicitis lately. Where it's coming from, I have my ideas. Different discussion for a different day. But it used to be about every year we'd see like 5 to 7 appendicitis cases. We're seeing like 5 to 7 a week now. It's insane. So if you're having severe pain across your abdominal cavity area, get that checked out. Don't piss around with that. But stuff like nausea, vomiting. Oh, and if you're running a fever, same thing. Abdominal pain with fever, different story. You need to come see us at the ED for that. But nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, that's all you've got. Or headaches or stuff. Like, people, you can manage that yourself. I mean, if you feel the need to come to the emergency room, we're happy to see you. But I'm telling you, it's not really necessary. It's really creating an insane, unnecessary pressure on all the EDs around here. And I mean by that, I mean emergency departments. Because everybody thinks that, like I said, we're harboring some miracle cure, and we don't have one. There isn't one. There's medicine where I think would work for some of this stuff, but nobody's allowed to prescribe it. If you're curious to what that is, it begins with an I and finishes up with ectin. So read a book. It's called The War on Ectin. You got to fill in the blanks, though. It's a fantastic book written by Dr. Pierre Corey. So anyway, if you're here for whatever reason, competitions, vacation, conference, whatever the case may be, and you find yourself in one of those categories I mentioned, one, just remain calm. Okay, just relax. Take it easy. Deep breath. If you have the flu, if you have strep, if you have SARS coronavirus or COVID-19, like I said, there's not really much you can do for it. You know, the other issue is everybody's running for the antibiotics. That's creating a whole nother problem because most of these antibiotics aren't going to fix anything, and they may or may not fix a sore throat even. So you have to be real careful with those because those alone will open up a world of problems for you if you take them unnecessarily, because now not only are you going to kill the bad bacteria, but you're going to kill the good bacteria, which, especially if you're a lady, that leaves you wide open for urinary tract infections. And us men too, but it's more so for the ladies. So please, everybody, take it easy. Take a deep breath. There is no miracle fix for this stuff. I wish there was. There's not. Take your time. Get better. Okay? And if you're not feeling good before you leave home, get better first before leaving home. You'll have a much better vacation, I promise you. The last thing you want to do is be down here and be sick. I see it every day. So, with that, I hope you've had a great week. I will see you all tomorrow. Got a fantastic vlog ahead. And if you have any questions, leave them down below. Let me know. I'm happy to answer what I can. Again, I'm not a doctor. Paramedic with a lot of years, though. A lot of really good years with good experience. And I know what I'm talking about. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask. So anyway, I'll see you all again shortly. Hope you have a fantastic evening. Have a great night. It's been the truth. It's been actual. And I hope for everybody it's been mighty satisfactual. Have a good night, everybody. Make sure your fire rescue's out of service. I'll see you.